Hey everybody, it's Ricky Rolando here, back with another video. So this is going to be Dream Journal number 5, and it's going to be called It's So Cold in the D. This dream took place on the same night as the Blackula dream, which was the last Dream Journal I posted. And basically what happened in this dream was I was a movie theater employee working at this movie theater. And you know how like movie theaters have that like area behind the screen sometimes that you can walk behind the screen and then you can leave the movie theater after the movie's over. Sometimes it's on the side, but at some movie theaters it's behind the screen. So I was back there behind the screen, just like cleaning up, doing whatever I was supposed to be doing. And like sometime during the movie, I ended up in the crowd with the crowd, and I'm watching the movie with the crowd, or like out in the crowd area at least. And yeah, I'm out there watching, and then it's like this comedy special that's being played on the screen. And it's like this comedian, he's going off and he's making good jokes, and I don't remember any of his jokes, but I remember thinking they were funny in the dream and like laughing at them, which I think is funny because that means I came up with those dreams in my brain while I was asleep, with those jokes in my dream. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, anyways, so I'm in this dream watching the jokes, and then at the end of the guy's special, he makes a joke about being cut from his axe, and then 2 big axes come and swing down and slice him up and cut him. So yeah, he gets cut into 3 big chunks, and just the chunks just fall on the floor. And then as they fall on the floor, I appear on the stage like as the guy, all like what the hell? How did I get here? You know? So I was like, oh shit, people are looking at me, like I'm in front of the whole crowd, and I'm supposed to be cut up, and I'm not. So I was like, better go. So I bounced, and I tried to like leave from the theater as fast as I can. And as I was leaving the theater, I like left on this weird like 2nd story balcony type thing, and then like went down these stairs and got to the parking lot. And then this kid comes out of the movie theater doors on the parking lot level, and somehow he was on the same level I was without having to go downstairs. Maybe he went downstairs inside of the theater or something, but either ways, he comes out and he's like, hey, you're the guy from the special, and I was like, no, I'm not, I was just working here, like I'm not the guy from the special, I didn't do any part of it. And he was like, oh, well, I thought I saw you. And I was like, you did. I don't know how I ended up on the stage. I think I was supposed to not be standing there whenever that part of the special happened. So he's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And then his brothers come, or his brother or somebody who was with him came, and he was like a guy that was more closer to my age. And then this guy's like, hey, we're going to go over to this guy's house and play some basketball. You want to come? And then I was like, yeah, sure. So I went. And I don't even remember who any of these people were, but I went with them to some neighborhood, and it looked like an East Coast neighborhood, like Chicago or Detroit or like New York or something. I don't really know. Never really been to the East Coast much, but I have been to Chicago, and that was kind of what my mind made up was what Chicago looks like. And then so yeah, we're in this like little neighborhood in Chicago. It's kind of like a little projects neighborhood. I guess it's Detroit because I watched that So Cold in the D video. And so we're started off playing basketball, and then I get frustrated playing basketball because I feel like sluggish. Like, I don't know if you've ever been scared in a dream and tried to run, and you can't run as fast as you normally can. You try to punch somebody and you feel like you're punching through water. Well, that's like how I felt while I was playing basketball, and it was like frustrating me. So I gave up on basketball. I saw a trampoline. I love jumping on trampolines. So I went over to the trampoline, and there's these 2 little kids jumping on it with some balls. They were like a basketball and a soccer ball. So I'm jumping with little kids on trampoline, doing flips and bouncing them and having fun. And these little kids are getting all stoked on my flips and stuff. And then I accidentally bounced one of the balls off the trampoline, and then it busts open like a pumpkin does. And then I realized they were pumpkins painted like balls and not actually balls. So I felt bad because I just busted one of these little kids' pumpkins. But like while that happened, it like made this little bulldog, or I guess he was a normal sized bulldog. This normal sized bulldog comes, and he like gets all excited because the pumpkin just explodes on the floor. And he like goes and he sniffs the pumpkin. He like sees that we're doing stuff on the trampoline, and comes and he's like jumping up on the trampoline, like trying to get his little back legs up. He just reach it, barely getting his head over the edge. He's like jumping up and down. Fat little bulldog is kind of a funny visual. And so yeah, that happens. And then all of a sudden, one of the little kids jumping on trampoline and just falls, and he like falls off trampoline. It looks like he like broke his arm or something. And I'm like, oh shit, like is he okay? So I run up to the kid and check on him, see what's going on. And I realize he's bleeding, and then he's like dying, and he just dies right there in front of me. So I'm like, what the heck? And these guys that I was playing basketball with all come running, like, what the heck happened? What happened? So I explained, like, I don't know what happened. Like, he fell off the trampoline, and I don't know. So we come to find out that it was like a random stray bullet that like fell out of the sky and just hit this kid. And it hit him good enough to where it killed him. So he died, and then we were all like trying to figure out what happened and stuff. So we go and we knock on this old man's door, and I happen to know that that old man was like he was like always there, and he would always sit on his porch and smoke a cigarette and drink coffee. And for whatever reason, I knew that in the dream. So I said, like, let's go run to him. We can call the ambulance. So we ran to him, and we called the ambulance with his phone. I don't know why none of us had phones in the dream, but we went, ran to him, called the ambulance, and then and then that was pretty much it. But I remember, like, there was a part of the dream that I don't remember, but I remember something during that part of the dream had to do with, like, more people dying that same way, which was, like, weird. So, like, more than one person in this dream died from that stray bullet type of thing. And it was just sad because in the dream there was a bunch of people who were losing siblings to, like, these random stray bullets that were falling out of the sky. So yeah, that was kind of a random dream. I thought it was kind of a weird dream. To me, it was just funny because it connected so much with that It's So Cold in the D video. Like, a lot of the surroundings and a lot of the background and stuff that was in the dream had similarities to that video. So if you watch that video, you might understand this dream as a story a little bit better. I don't know. But I hope you guys like this dream. Thanks for watching. I'll come back with some more.